Okay, hello everyone. SG Eats here, and today we're gonna do just a walkthrough of my bicycle that I use and how I set up the bag, etc. What I use every time on shift. It's not going to be a very detailed or long video because there are many instructional videos on YouTube already, but I just thought I'll share what I currently use. So yeah, let's get right into it. So starting from the front, we've got a cat eye padrone. You can see right here, speedometer. So basically just tells me how fast I'm going. Not really necessary if you're doing GrabFood deliveries or any type of deliveries. It's just something I have on. And below this is where I mount the bicycle light, so using band. Okay, so sorry for the weird cut, but I just realized that I wanted to show how I set up my lights as well. So starting from the front, previously I showed you that it's attached, the light was supposed to be attached by the band, rubber band. So this is how it is. It wraps around the light and it's pretty bright. Okay, so there's 3 intensities. This is the second, it's even brighter. This is the third, is the brightest. I'll just show you how bright it is. It's almost like daytime bright. Alright, let's turn that down. Okay, next, and this is something extra that I did. Not everyone needs to do it, okay? This for me sort of helps. It's more for pedestrians and people who use the road or the sidewalk or the pathway. I found that shining a light directly at my wheel gives sort of like a distance or depth perception. So instead of just seeing my blinding light coming at them, they have a rough idea of exactly how far away I am. Alright, and for myself, this helps more to look at the road ahead, or not really the road ahead, but helps me just to see the path ahead for any holes, bumps, cracks, etc. and things to just avoid so that I got a smoother ride. Okay, and then I'm going to show you my setup at the back. So we've got these two over here. Okay, this is what I usually set them to. Okay, and lastly one more here. Okay, so this is the back view of my bicycle. As you can see, it's very bright. Yeah, this is how it looks like. Okay, and yeah, I found that this is helps me to be able to be seen by others, be it drivers or other road users, pedestrians, etc. So yeah, sorry for the weird cut. We'll jump right back into the walkthrough. And moving on, we've got the camera mount. Moving on, we've got the handphone mount. You know, you can buy these anywhere, Shopee, or just even your bicycle shop that may be around your neighborhood. I use this pouch. I got this a very long time ago. I think about 5 to 6 years ago, and I just never used it. So when I restarted deliveries, I thought I'll use it. So in here is a waterproof, I wouldn't say waterproof, water resistant plastic casing or whatever material it is, and I use this mainly to put my power bank. On the sides you've got pouches, so I'll put my spare cash, change, whatever I'm bringing along in here. Okay, then moving along towards the back of the bike, we've got our water bottle mount. Very important, you know, since it's a physical activity, just bring some liquid with you. Okay, and then we're moving on to the back. Okay, so this part I'll go a little bit more in detail because of some complications due to the bicycle, how the bicycle is made. Okay, so right off the bat, you can see that this is quite a DIY makeshift type of solution. So this was, I bought this specifically because it was a screw in instead of a quick release. Why? Because as you can see, the seat post is actually in a, how to say, rectangle, but the edges are curved type of rectangle shape. I'm not too sure how to describe it. So I originally was using a quick release mount, but that didn't work because there wasn't any stability to it. I simply zip tied the quick release around the seat post, but that wasn't working because after I completed one shift, I could see that the back was it wasn't straight, it was swinging off to one side. So I bought this, and I'll show you how I adapted and did a DIY kind of thing. One more thing to take note is quite important to have screws. These are not the screws that were provided. I had this in storage, so I decided to use it because they are long enough to fit my seat post. If you're using those normal circular seat posts, the screws that is provided by the shop with the package should do just fine. All right. So let's take a look at, and if I can show this, the sort of like base plate that the back is sitting on. This came from a different mounting. As I mentioned, I originally bought the quick release version. So why did I choose to use it is because it has 1, 2, and 3 points of contact where we can screw the plate into the mount. I'm not too sure if I'm using the correct terms, but I hope you understand. So basically, the plate that came with this screw-in version of the mount wasn't long enough. If I had screwed it onto this mount, there wouldn't be enough space for my back to rest onto the plate. So I did a swap, and it doesn't, this mount doesn't reach the back, as you can see. But so far I've been using it by only screwing in 2 points of contact, and that's been working fine. Okay, and then also these two, how would I don't know what to call them. These two, I'll call them secondary mounts. All right, so these 2 secondary mounts came from the quick release one. It did not come with the screw-in mount. So what I did, just attach them to the bicycle, make sure it's nice and straight, and then the mounting, quote-unquote mounting system is in place. So I'm gonna try and show you if I can. Okay, relative to the wheel, let's see if I can get straight, it is very much in line, and I've been using this for the past 3 or 4 shifts. And what I like to do is before every shift, or before every 1 or 2 shifts, I'll come back around and just make sure that all these screws are tightened nice and tight. Okay, so next, how did I secure the bag to the mount or the plate? Okay, not the prettiest, quite ugly in fact. So this bag came with the package that Grab offers. I believe it's $70+, and after you include shipping, it comes out around $80+. So on the bag itself, they have this metal rings or metal hooks. So I'm using zip ties to secure it to the metal plate. Okay, so that's the same for both sides. And then in terms of the bungee cords, the bungee cords basically wrap around. 2 will be wrapping from the rings to the plate, or the mounting bracket system, whatever you call it, but it's just basically underneath of the plate. And then we've got another 2 that is being hooked to this frame of the bag itself. So I'm hooking it here, and it's coming down, wrapping across, if you can see. So it comes down, wraps across, and hooks onto the plate / mount, whatever you want to call it. So 2 other things I did actually. So on these, imagine you were to carry on your carry on your back, B-A-C-K. You would have the clips in between these two straps. So basically I shorten the clips and clip them underneath the seat post. And then the second thing is these, what do I call them, straps with the buckle. It also goes underneath the plate and hugs the plate. The straps don't really do much. Basically, I did that just to keep them out of the way. Mainly it will be the bungee cords and the zip ties that are keeping the bag in place. So far, everything looks fine. I would say just ride with a little more care. Don't need to speed, don't need to hit the bumps, curbs so hard, and the bag will be fine. So one thing is the bag does bounce if you hit a curb, etc. too hard, but so far nothing has happened. It has stayed this way for the past few episodes or shifts that I've done, even the ones that I didn't post or record. So yeah, that's how my setup works. And probably what I'll do is towards the end of this video, I'll list down how much each costs, from the bicycle itself, the bag, which came with 4 shirts, and then the cost of getting 2 separate mounting systems and doing a DIY to come up with what I have right now. So yeah, that's a very short video. And oh yes, one more thing, you do have to get yourself a stand. This is from the Decathlon. I believe it's like 14 to 15 Singapore dollars only. Quite important because as a road bike, can't really stay upright on its own. Even if you were to lean it against a wall, a post, etc., it will tend to fall. Yeah, so I had to get myself a bicycle stand just to keep the bike upright whenever I'm off the bike, when I'm picking up or delivering the orders. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, post them down in the comment below, and feel free to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.